Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Routesetting. Today we need to talk about a very serious topic. We're going to be talking about ED. ED is nothing to be embarrassed about. 4 out of every 5 setters are either have or are going to have to deal with ED at some point in their career. If you or one of your beloved setters are suffering from ED, just continue watching this video. Now, of course, by ED, I'm talking about excitement deficiency. We've all been there. Sometimes you just don't want to set. Can't get any creative juices going. You can't really think of anything exciting to set. What do you do when you're bored, when you don't have any ideas? So today we're going to talk about that. There's a lot of different ways that you can sort of mix up the monotony that can be route setting. A really easy way to do something different is to let somebody else pick out the holds for you. Now, everybody's guilty of this. You always have your go-to holds or your favorite types of holds. If you let somebody else pick your holds for you, you might end up with holds that you wouldn't have normally chosen, and that can spark some creativity. Along those same lines, you can also have somebody give you a goal with your boulder. That could be a specific move, that could be an idea. It's very possible that you've been setting on the same wall, setting with the same holds time and time again. A really good way to break that up is buy some new holds. New holds are a great way to regain that excitement. Volumes work really well as well, depending on what your budget looks like. Just introducing something new to your setting can really help generate some excitement and generate some creative ideas. There's also some really good resources out there to help push you into setting something that's not necessarily in your comfort zone. So I bought this about a year ago, and it's actually been really fun to use. Route setting game by Punk Setter. Now, what this does is has a whole bunch of different categories, and you draw cards and it'll tell you what you're going to set. What types of holds, what move or movement are you going to incorporate, how long the boulder is going to be. So we're going to do that, and we're going to set a boulder based off of what cards I draw. The first category is movement. Okay, an open door or a barn door. So this is a good one, very balance related. Next category is character. Brute force. All right, I like that. The next one is what kind of holds we're gonna use. Pockets. For those of you who know me, I love pockets. So the very last category is how long the boulder's gonna be. 6 to 8 moves. Let's see what we can make. All right, so we have the boulder set. Let's run it and see if it works, if it meets the cards. Okay, now that we have that boulder, let's pick another set of cards. Let's put another boulder up. So first up is movement. Thumbs. Oh man, I'm bad at these. This is good. Dynamic coordination. It's going to be an interesting concept with thumbs. Screw-on holds. 2 to 4 moves. So a 2 to 4 move dynamic coordination climb with screw-ons. Thumb is the focus. I think we're going to be setting on the slab for that. So let's pick up some holds and figure it out. Doesn't look like much, but let's try it. The idea is that you're going to start on the 2 pinches right here. You're going to step up, and as you're stepping up, you're going to put your right heel into this hold here to stabilize yourself enough to thundercling that little jib right there. Now that we have the climbs, let's assess how successful they were compared to the cards that we drew. So this first blue boulder here, if you remember, was 6 to 8 moves, brute force, barn door move using pockets. So first category is 6 to 8 moves. Let's take a look. So you start with the start holds and move over to the first pocket for the first move. Second move is the barn door move. Third is unwinding from that. Fourth goes into the undercling above the volume. The fifth is the left hand cross to the big Waco. The sixth is the unwind to the Gaston Waco. And the seventh is the top of the wall. So in that respects, I think we nailed it. The next thing was brute force. I think this speaks for itself. This was a very powerful climb. There was not a lot of delicate finesse to it. The third one is the barn door move. This one, honestly, I'm gonna say we failed on the barn door move. While the barn door move does work, you can also just wrap the side of the volume and skip the barn door move altogether. And the last criteria is pockets. I think it's safe to say we nailed this one as well. Every hold on this climb, except for the foothold, is a pocket. So overall, of those 4 area, I think we nailed 3 of them. Three and a half. We nailed 3.5. The barn door move is there. We didn't spend enough time to force it. So let's move on to the yellow climb. This next climb, the criteria was 2 to 4 moves, dynamic coordination, a thumb press, and screw-on holds. So the first one, 2 to 4 moves. I think we failed this. This is only one move. As far as the dynamic coordination characteristic of the route goes, I think we got it. It's a pretty fast stand-up, pretty dynamic stand-up, and you also have to time hitting your thumb on the hold as well as landing that heel precisely. If any one of those things doesn't happen, you're coming off. So I think we nailed that part. Next was the thumb press. I think we nailed that one as well. I don't see doing this move in any other way but pressing with your thumb. And the last was screw-on holds. I think this one was a 50-50. Obviously the start holds are bolt-on holds, but the rest of everything is screwed on. So I would think that we kind of achieved that as well. Those are just a couple things that I like to do. Just to recap, I like to have somebody else pick out the holds for me. I like somebody else to pick out a move for me to try to set. If I'm feeling really bored, I buy new holds. My wife gets pretty mad about that. So, and the last one is that little card game that ends up being really fun. Me and the setters at my gym end up using it fairly often, just to put new creative boulders on the wall that we normally may or may not have thought about. So, if you want to see more of the game, we can do more videos on that. We got a lot of stuff coming. So be on the lookout, subscribe, like it, let me know down in the comments what you want to see, and follow me on Instagram. I've been trying to post there more often. Sometimes there are little videos of previous sets I've done. Sometimes they are little snippets of behind the scenes route setter stuff. We'll see you next time.